Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. My name's Jamie. I'm an intuitive reader and spiritual seeker, and today I'm offering a pick a card reading. And my idea for this reading was to pull through messages from Mother Gaia, from animal energies, spirit animals, and nature, essentially. And so in tapping in, what came through as a specific kind of theme to look at or topic to look at is manifestation. And this could mean manifesting in a very general sense, because you could look at how your energy, your thoughts, your beliefs, that's always manifesting the reality that you experience. You know, the energy you put out there, where your thoughts are, where your beliefs are, will cause the universe to respond to those thoughts and manifest what you experience. But you could also think about manifestation as in a very conscious decision to manifest something in particular. So we're looking at it from both perspectives in this reading. I have here pile 1 with orange calcite, and then here's pile 2 with lapis lazuli. And then I have pile 3 with a piece of hematite. If you want to go ahead and jump to your reading, you can. I do have a general message for everyone if you want to stay and listen. Otherwise, you can pause and just take a minute to tap in, and if anything comes up, like you see something, you may hear something, or you may just know, just trust your intuition, and you can go to the timestamps below. What came through for everyone is that there is a need to get organized, the importance of organization, and I did feel some gnome energy behind this. Gnomes are a nature elemental, and I associate them with kind of caring for the structures of nature. And so they're very much working with the kind of physical element of earth. And there's definitely a helpful energy when you're working with gnomes. What was coming through is a need to kind of break things down into steps and take it bit by bit. They were showing me, 1, 2, 3, and kind of clearing out what isn't necessary, laying the foundation for this manifestation to come in. And this feels right because we're in the time, at least in the northern hemisphere right now, it's autumn. And so this is like the perfect time to let go, to release, to clear things out so that there's room for getting organized, right? For setting intentions and self-reflection and the ability to kind of take a breath and assess, which I feel like is very much a winter energy, to get prepared for spring. All right, and that's about it for the general message. So I'll go ahead and see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So I have some messages that came through that I wrote down. And so we'll go through that first, and then we'll look at the first oracle card for you. And then we'll pull some tarot and some more oracle cards. So the first thing that Spirit showed me was that maybe your thoughts have been somewhat chaotic, or the spaces that you're in have been somewhat chaotic, or both. And it feels like maybe you could be having chaotic thoughts because your space is messy, or that your space is messy because your thoughts are so chaotic and there's some disorganization. Spirit was showing me how important it is to trim back old dead leaves, right? The brush that takes up space in the rose bush. These have to be trimmed and pruned to allow for flowers to bloom, for them to fully blossom and to receive the full nutrients. Without trimming out the dead, it can be kind of sucking the life away from the main focus, which is the flowers, the blossoming flowers. There is something here where you have to sacrifice what's already decayed or dried up. So metaphorically speaking, this could be a number of things. But they're saying let go of what is dead weight, what is just baggage now. And this is something where you may not have realized that something you've been holding on to or carrying with you or really feeding or maintaining has actually become dead weight. It's this emphasis here on finally seeing clearly that how you once saw this, whatever it is, a relationship, or it could be a job, or, something like that, that you're holding on to how you used to see it, and it's not really matching reality anymore. And it seems like it's honestly just not in alignment with you anymore. And this could be different for everybody, and it could be at slightly different stages. But Spirit wants you to direct all that energy and focus and that really loving care that you were bringing to this situation or thing or relationship, and direct that to what would really light you up, to what would truly serve you. And there was this emphasis on brighten up your life. What would bring color to your life? What would bring inspiration? Spirit's really saying you have the right energy, you have the right feelings for manifesting what you want, for it to come to you. It's actually just kind of the direction of it. It's that focus. It just feels kind of scattered. And if our thoughts are scattered and a bit chaotic, so much of manifestation is having a focused feeling about what it is we are manifesting. And if you have chaotic thoughts and feelings and things like that, it's going to be pulling that energy away from what you're trying to achieve or what you're trying to manifest. And they did give the metaphor of a haircut. They're kind of equating it to a haircut. So this isn't a dire situation. you can grow out your hair and you can get away with not trimming it. It's not going to harm you, but it will prevent you from having the best hair you could have. And you may not achieve the look that you would want if you're not keeping up, say, with the hair trimming, right? With the conditioning. So they're just saying if your energy's elsewhere, it's just not going to be top priority. So if there's something you're wanting, they're saying, hey, let's put this at a higher priority. They were also showing me that you may be interested in working with plants, herbs, maybe medicinal or nutritional plants and herbs, mushrooms, things of that nature. And that this could span from, a physical aspect, a health, nutrition aspect, but it could also go into the spiritual side of things or the consciousness side of things. And Spirit's just encouraging you to keep discovering the magic in the entire natural realm. I did get the feeling that you may be into witchcraft or ritual work with these elements, plants, herbs, that type of thing, maybe kitchen witchery, things like that. Spirit seems to be bringing this up because maybe getting into that kind of, if you aren't already, getting into that kind of structured practice or ritual work with the things that light you up, that could help focus your energy and build up what you're manifesting. Spirit is also saying that you understand the give and take of energy. You basically respect the importance of honoring the elements that help you when you are manifesting or when you are practicing and using herbs or other aspects of nature. You in turn, you try to give back. And so Spirit's bringing that up, that you have this kind of natural inclination to give when you are receiving, which is just beautiful. And they were showing this kind of gold, sparkling energy kind of raining down on the top of your head, and it was coming across as abundance in health and possibly money. So depending on each individual, it could be a different focus. This could be what you're manifesting, or it could be something else. But what they were showing is that once you bring attention to your mind, to your energy, where your thoughts are, where your feelings are, and you aren't just spinning around and around, you will allow for that manifestation to become realized, because suddenly things will be in alignment. And it really just comes down to that focus, where you're paying attention, where you're putting your attention, where you're putting your energy. So all that abundance, it's right there, right outside maybe your focus, where you can see it at this point, but it's right there, and it's just waiting to flow in. So take some, honest self-reflection, ground yourself. If you enjoy going out in nature, I feel like some of you might enjoy going out in nature and taking in natural elements to bring into your space or to work with. go out to nature and not just, gather what you need, but just spend some time and maybe do a grounding meditation or something outside to kind of get back into alignment, get out of your head for a moment so you can really feel what is behind the racing thoughts. Because sometimes we're thinking things and totally ignoring what's going on within the body. So take some time to do that, and it feels like you'll have this realization like, oh yeah, like that's what I want, of course. And you'll go, oh yes, that's where I'm headed again. Thank you, I'm back on track. It's kind of like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. So don't get too pulled by other people's energies, things like that. Like, stay focused and your manifestation will come to you. Let's go ahead and see what this oracle card is. And this is from the Angels and Ancestors deck. And this is Arrow. And it says, surround yourself with protective energy. And so let's talk about this. I'll just be shuffling the tarot cards that we'll pull here in a minute. But the first thing I'm seeing in this card is that it honestly, it comes across looking like a compass. And it, with bow and arrow work, it's all about hitting that target. And so I feel like this is kind of going back to that need to focus your energy to hit the target, to hit the manifestation that you're wanting. And the protective energy, what feels like is happening is that it's not just you creating this kind of chaotic energy or thoughts. It could be from others, it could be from outside situations. And so by protecting your energy, setting boundaries, whether in real life or if you need to set some energetic boundaries, working with certain crystals or really whatever resonates with you, that could definitely benefit you. Because then if there are outside influences kind of pulling you away, you'll realize, right, what's you, what you can control, and what's others. All right, let's see. Okay, pile one. So the first thing I'm seeing is this Two of Wands. And in this image, I'm seeing that she's very focused on the energy that she is creating. So she's got her wand, her athame, and she's directing her energy. She's focusing her energy and building it up. And I feel like that is essentially what Spirit has been trying to get across here, is that need to focus your energy and kind of bring all parts of you into alignment to work together to achieve whatever it is you want. And traditionally, the Two of Wands in tarot, you could read it as, someone looking to go out into the world, maybe making plans, dreaming up big ideas, but not really out there doing it yet. So I think that's also an important message, is that you can have the thoughts, but it's important to start actually putting that energy into it. You can have the intention, but like, let's put the energy behind it and really get to it. So here we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a interesting image. Okay. So with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it could mean that you need to slow down. Maybe you did leap ahead into going after what you want without getting organized. Because again, what was coming through was that it is important to have that Two of Wands energy where you're drawing out plans, but there's this balance that you need. In this particular image, it looks like she's doing ritual work, right? So she's setting out candles, and she has the pentacle here. She has her altar here. This looks like a fertility or goddess statuette here. So she is in ritual, which I think is very fitting, maybe for a lot of you. Maybe some of you have never dabbled in witchcraft, but if you have an interest in it, then Spirit is saying, yeah, go ahead, like follow that interest, that inspiration, because that will help you. That will help you achieve your goal. It's as important for intuitive people to be working in an intuitive and spiritual way as it is to, get out there and do the real life 3D things. So for example, if you are trying to go after a new job, you can't just do ritual work and hope that it falls into your lap. You actually have to do the work and create your resume and send in applications, that type of thing. But in this case, I do feel like there maybe hasn't been enough following the inspiration, or there hasn't been enough organization of your idea, of your inspiration. And so it hasn't been able to go anywhere because there just hasn't been enough focused attention and energy on it. And here we have the Moon in reverse. So the Moon in reverse. Okay. So with the Moon in reverse in this reading, and next to the Queen of Cups, it is feeling like your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are not working together. And it feels like maybe there are things coming up from the subconscious that aren't being recognized, that aren't being dealt with, and this could be contributing to that kind of chaotic energy, the chaotic thoughts. There could be fears and things coming up, feelings coming up that maybe seem too uncomfortable to face. And so sometimes our brains will then seemingly generate other things to keep us distracted, but ultimately those feelings and things are still there. The subconscious will hold on to things until they're faced and worked through, especially if it's about fears and things like that. This could also be that maybe you're not paying attention to your intuitive side as much right now, that your conscious mind is taking over, and unfortunately it's pulling you away from those nudges. I also feel like y'all may benefit from working with moon phases for manifesting what you want. With the moon next to the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Chalices, you may be more water-based. In looking at this Queen of Cups, she seems overwhelmed, overcome with emotion. And there does seem to be a need to face some things, to face your feelings, the things that have been kind of tamped down, because it seems like they do need to be released to best serve you. It seems like you could incorporate more work with the element of fire. That could be candle magic. It could be even working, say, in the kitchen, and cooking and doing that type of practice. Or it could be, a bonfire ritual, something like that. But there's also this need to maybe work more with water, in particular if you're doing some clearing, some emotional clearing. Water could be really beneficial to you, not only to cleanse your energy, but also to help you tap in to your emotions. It does feel like maybe you need to take some time to sit with the feelings, to get the feelings up and out of the body, to process them, to nurture yourself, and to clear your mind of thoughts that are getting in the way of you reaching your highest potential, of you bringing into manifestation what you want. I'm going to pull from the Crystallary deck to see what messages are here for you. Pile 1. I'm just going back to the messages that came through earlier about something becoming dead weight, baggage. Those could be old emotions, trapped feelings that haven't been dealt with, that are kind of coming up to the surface and kind of wreaking havoc in a way on your mind and really taking away your focus. So Spirit wants you to go in there and do that trimming work, spending the time in that loving care, right, in removing blocks, feeling what you need to feel in order to release it. Because often in work like this, it's kind of about giving your feelings the space to be seen. And once you allow them that space, it helps to resolve. It helps to resolve and release them so you're no longer burdened. So be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself in doing this work. But this will definitely help focus your energy, focus your thoughts, kind of get you back on track, inspired in achieving your goal. Okay, so this card fell out, clear quartz, the only thing. Clear quartz is the ultimate crystal because you can use it for really anything. You can set the intention, you can charge up a clear quartz crystal to kind of stand in for any other crystal. What I'm getting is that with the message of the only thing, is Spirit is reinforcing that this is the only thing keeping you from your manifestation, keeping you from the abundance and blessings that are truly kind of waiting right outside the door. So okay, I had to take a closer look at this myself, and I just realized that there is a bow here. So not only did you get the arrow, you got the bow. And the crystal is the arrow. So, wow. They're really saying get focused, set your target on what you want. Inside this clear quartz, there's this kind of smoky, swirling energy. And to me, that is coming across as those emotions and feelings that haven't been dealt with, or relationships that haven't been dealt with, a job that has become dead weight and is actually draining you and distracting you. It could be any of that, but this feels like it's having an emotional toll that's crossing over into like chaotic thinking and chaotic mindset. So Spirit is saying it's almost as easy as just shooting that arrow, letting it go. You don't have to hold on to it anymore. It's ready to go. Working with clear quartz could help you get that clarity that you need to clear that space, your thoughts. I'm pulling from the Herbiary deck, and I just had this card fell out. So this is the card Cyclicality, and it's elderberry. And I'm immediately seeing the moon here. So I'm feeling that reinforcement of working with lunar energies and paying attention to the moon phases, the cycles, the seasons. Again, I feel like you guys might be my witches. So if you have just been really distracted from your practice, I feel like Spirit's calling you back, because you may have set a goal for manifesting something, but it feels like recently your energy has been pulled away from it. Also, with cyclicality, with things like trauma or tough relationships, things like that. We may feel like we have done the work and we've moved through it and it's done and it's gone. But we as people move through cycles, just like the earth, the plants, the animals, the moon. We move through cycles ourselves and things can come up again. And so maybe some of you are experiencing something coming up that you thought you've dealt with in the past, and it needs your attention again. It needs your focus, your energy, so that it doesn't take away ultimately in the long run. It's like by going in and doing that trimming again, that pruning, the preparation for spring, it will save you in the long run. And it will help clear that slate for your manifestation. Okay, so I'm pulling now from the Bestiary deck. All right, so I just had one fall out, and this is River Otter. Slide into joy, which is beautiful. It feels like this is ultimately where you're headed. That once you do this work, you focus your energy, you release what needs to be released, you're going to be so much happier. So much happier. Because again, that abundance, that manifestation that you're wanting, whether it's in health, career, money, relationships, it's there and ready for you. It's a matter of basically being able to accept it, to have the space to accept it, to embody it. And you're so close, pile one. You are so close. I'm seeing that rainbow kind of swirling around the otters as your blessings, your manifestation coming true. So get into the ritual work, get into the practice, get into that organized approach. You can approach your emotional work in that way if that helps you. You know, break it down into steps. You don't have to just dive in head first and figure it out as you go. You can, sit in that Two of Wands energy and really focus and plan. You don't have to rush into it. I think that's what the Knight of Wands is saying is you don't have to rush into it. You're already dealing with some chaotic things, whether it's in your physical experience or in your mind. So Spirit's saying putting it into a practice could really benefit you. And I'm pulling from the Moonology deck, and this card wanted to stick in my hand, and this is exactly what we're talking about. This is balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So again, we've got some watery energy here. We've got emotions, we've got intuition. So definitely pay attention to your emotions and the feelings that are coming up. But also be practical about it. You don't have to just always be in that intuitive state. Like, set your boundaries. Get into that practice. Plan some things out. Get organized. And it won't feel as overwhelming. I'm seeing this Queen of Cups, there's such a sense of kind of overwhelm. Know that you can take it one step at a time. And ultimately that will actually go faster. It will move you forward faster than if you were to try to take it all on at once. Pile 1. Okay, so I had a card flip over. So this is a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Interesting. So, like I was saying before, you do understand the importance of give and take. And Spirit is kind of emphasizing that right now, if you spend some time giving back, this will help you. And I feel like this is connected to the releasing of what no longer serves you. That there's just energy of releasing, of giving back, of surrendering to the process. And the more you give, the more space you have to receive, right? The more you give away, the more it clears you and opens you up to more. The next card I want to pull for you is the Animal Spirit Oracle. I want to pull one card, pile 1. Beautiful owl. So I am going to read from the book, Owl, Abundance, Clairvoyant Treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way. Exactly. Either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. This is beautiful because I was seeing that abundance was right there waiting for you, and I think this is reinforcing that. I feel the owl here is connected to the moon card and the need to work with your emotions, to work with your intuition, as well as your logical mind, to collaborate and focus your energy on what you want. Okay, so pile 1, I'm going to now pull from the Wisdom of Trees Oracle for your final message. And here we have Olive. So I'm going to go ahead and look up the message in the book. Olive, sanctity. Olive Deva message. The olive branch is a universal symbol of peace, so let me show you how to create a greater sense of harmony in your own life and to invest all your actions with sanctity and significance. Create a small area in your home that is sacred to you. Decorate it with special objects and spend time there each day, either sitting quietly in contemplation or meditating. Honor this space and keep it special. You will get into greater harmony. I see that in the cards, in the need to bring your thoughts and feelings, your energy, your spiritual practice, your kind of everyday routine focused, bring it all together and focused on what you want to achieve, what you're manifesting. And I feel like this message with Olive is reinforcing this, that getting clear will bring you so much harmony as things kind of come together in alignment. I also see here that it's reinforcing the need to create kind of a ritualistic practice, maybe setting up an altar or something if you don't already have one, or if you do have one, to spend more time with it in a routine way to help you get grounded in the more intuitive side, but also that will help clear your mind so that you can get a bit more organized with your thoughts and intentional with your thoughts. Because again, your manifestation is right there waiting for you. I also just want to point out the owl in the Olive card. So there may be significance to the spirit animal of owl. It may show up for you to give you messages from spirit. It may be synchronistic when you see owl. All right, pile 1. So those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos from me, then hit the subscribe button. And until next time, bye, Pile 1. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. I'll first start with the messages that I channeled beforehand, and then we'll look at your oracle card here from the Angels and Ancestors deck, and then we'll pull some tarot and some more oracle cards. The first thing that came through is that you have a green thumb, and maybe this is in the sense of you being a good plant parent. Maybe you like to garden, but I also feel that you have a green thumb when it comes to life in general. It feels that when you take the time to nurture something, it truly can only succeed. It feels like you are wanting to grow yourself, to grow an aspect of yourself, and Spirit is posing the question, have you been giving yourself all the care that you really need? This feels like this is coming up because you are so empathic. You may be highly sensitive, and you take on other people's energies, or you maybe tend to put other people and their feelings and ideas over yours. So you kind of prioritize what they are feeling or wanting, whatever it is. It's kind of this default in your behavior where you energetically allow this to happen. It's most likely subconsciously. But Spirit is saying that you have the power to manifest anything. You just need some more boundaries and also a trust in your own intellect, your ability to be logical, to be reasonable. It kind of feels like maybe you always doubt yourself and your ability to make decisions or to own an idea and run with it. It feels like a need for maybe outside validation or something like that. And Spirit is wanting to help you step into a more balanced frame of mind, because you are so nurturing and giving in that way and caring in that way and kind of in a feeling way. But Spirit's wanting to bring you a bit more into balance between the logical, practical side and then the kind of creative, flowing energy. And the crystal that came to mind is lapis lazuli. That's why I chose this crystal for you in particular. And of course, I kind of got some like ancient Egyptian vibes from this crystal. And specifically, it felt like Spirit was saying, be like Cleopatra. And I'm no historian, but what I know about Cleopatra, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that she was very powerful. She was very learned. She spoke multiple languages, and she owned that. She stepped into that power. She trusted her ability to strategize and things like that. And so it feels like Spirit's encouraging you to find that in yourself. Be fierce in going after what you want and trusting that you know how to get it. I also feel like Spirit is saying to accept the blessings that are on their way and that you may not even expect them, or you may be tempted to question if they are even for you. Then maybe you feel like you aren't worthy of it, or that you aren't deserving of these blessings, especially if they catch you off guard, if you aren't expecting something to come to you. But Spirit is saying that they are for you. And there's this need to step out of your comfort zone. And Mother Earth energy came in strongly for this message, that she is keeping you safely held. And everything is unfolding and being molded by her through the elements to create your reality, to meet your intention, to meet what you're after as far as your manifestation. And ultimately, this is about reclaiming your firepower, your spark, your inspiration, that drive that gets you going. This is kind of about bringing the focus, the attention that you give to others back to yourself so that you can manifest whatever it is that you are after, whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, whether it's money or health, whatever it is. So let's take a look and see what oracle cards you got here. Wow. White Witch, be the light. So let's talk about this oracle card as I go ahead and work on getting some tarot pulled here. So the first thing I'm seeing is the beautiful nature energy that surrounds her. And I'm getting strong Mother Gaia vibes again. And something about the idea of reclaiming your power, stepping into more of a balance between the empathic, intuitive, feeling side and the more logical, kind of practical, reasoning side, is that witches, to me, balance that perfectly, because it's all about using the kind of spiritual side of things, the energetic side of things, to bring about results in the material world. So I keep having some tarot cards fall out, so I'm going to go ahead and let that one come out, and then I'm going to do a bit more shuffling. So pile 2, in looking at your oracle card with White Witch, be the light, you, like I said, you're wanting to grow some aspect of yourself, or just generally kind of level up. I feel like it's related to a deeper calling. You, as being more empathic and highly sensitive, you're more attuned to the spiritual side of things, and you want to be a guiding light to others. And Spirit is just coming in here and saying you will be better able to be that guiding light and be there to the fullest for others if you reclaim your power. Because right now it feels like things are a little bit out of balance in your energy, with the Lovers reversed here. There's a bit of disharmony, or the intuitive side and the logical side aren't working together like they could be, which when they are working together, you're going to manifest much more quickly. And so with the Knave of Wands here, which would be the Page of Wands, this is absolutely about reclaiming your firepower, right? Your inspiration, your spark. And the energy I'm getting from this is like, let it be playful. You don't have to make it be so serious. You can take it slowly, you can take it quickly, really whatever feels right to you, but it's not about like you have to suddenly start doing things differently and stepping into things that truly don't resonate with you yet. It's more about like letting it in, and over time that belief in your abilities, in being a leader, in being a guide for others, in being able to make decisions and have an authority and a knowledge base that you feel like you can share with others, that will develop over time naturally. And actually, this is going to balance out some of the negative aspects of being an empath or a highly sensitive person, where you may realize how you are overwhelmed at times by emotions and you lose your center. And I think this is where Gaia is coming in and saying, look, I will hold you safely. Like, come to me, stay grounded, and step into your power so you're not kind of knocked around by the energies of others. And you'll be able to better serve others anyway from a stable foundation. Exactly, because so this is reversed, but look at it upright. The nurturing, fatherly energy, it's all about you stepping into that more masculine role and in a positive way to bring some structure and foundational energy. It will shore you up. It'll be able to support you as you're up leveling, as you're expanding, as you're growing the way you want to be. Spirit is pointing out with the Nine of Swords reversed that being out of balance has been anxiety inducing and stressful, and it's felt overwhelming emotionally as well as mentally. Because again, you're like putting other people before yourself in whatever way that is, whether it's career or relationships or whatever, but it's like the energy gets all jumbled up, and you will be better off in prioritizing yourself first, reclaiming your power, and doing it in a balanced way. Because you are the white witch bringing the light to the world. Absolutely. So let's see if any more messages come out. I will say them, but I'm going to be pulling from Moonology. So the first card pulled is Expect Powerful Change, New Moon Eclipse. Beautiful. So this is all about powerful change and in stepping into your power and your like reclaiming of that side of yourself. Boom, your manifestations here. Your up-leveling is happening. It's kind of about getting your energy organized to be able to step into and accept this manifestation. Okay, the next card is nothing will come of this situation. This is the void, of course, moon. It's interesting. I feel like what it's referring to is that in staying in the energy that you've been in, the way you've been going, that nothing will come of it. And in the sense that it feels like your manifestation, it won't unfold until you're ready. And so this is really about being ready, because in stepping into your power, well, that is your manifestation in a sense. Especially if your intention is to up level and to kind of step into who you truly are as far as divine life purpose or your spiritual abilities. That if you stay kind of in this in between, it is the status quo, and good news, bad news, nothing will come of it. It's not like it's negative necessarily. It's just that it will come when you're ready. So let's go ahead and get some more cards going here. I'm going to pull from the crystallary deck. Okay, I had two fall out, so I'm going to go ahead and take those because they fell out one right after the other. This is interesting. So you got transmutation, black tourmaline, which is a very protective crystal. And I'm seeing this balance, right? The pushing and pulling of magnets. It's giving me the Lover's energy, or like the divine feminine, divine masculine, and that balance, and how one weaves into the other and becomes a catalyst for change, for transmutation. And I feel like this is about taking energies like the anxiety or the overwhelm and kind of channeling it into something that will benefit you. The other card that came out for you is hematite, anchor in, which is so in line with the message that Gaia was giving me, that you are held by Gaia. You are so supported and protected by her energy that there's really no way that you will veer off and get into territory where it's unsafe or not beneficial for you. And I feel this is also encouragement to dig into this work, because this manifestation is meant for you, absolutely meant for you. let's go ahead and pull from the Herbiary deck. Okay, and you got the card Comfrey, what needs mending? And isn't this beautiful? Because we have a cocoon, which is also transformation and transmutation energy. There's big change here, as well as the weaving together of different energies, the mending, the coming together of what would seem like oppositional energies that will actually become one beautiful energy that propels you forward. Wherever you're headed, wherever your intention is, whatever you're wanting to manifest. And it's healing, right? Mending is healing as well. It's making oneself whole. So you're bringing healing to the aspects that are out of balance. So now I'm going to pull one card from Bestiary. Okay. And you got the card Nurture Connections, Gray Wolf. And this makes perfect sense. This makes perfect sense because you are so nurturing and so focused on other people that the idea of being in a pack is very comforting. And so Spirit is saying this will actually be the best way you can take care of others that you care about, how you can best nurture those relationships, those connections, is by being a good leader, right? There needs to be the alpha in the pack to lead the group and protect the group. And pile 2, you are that person, and there's a sense that you feel like you aren't that, or that's not possible, you can't be that. But Spirit is saying that energy is there. It's kind of a matter of allowing it in and weaving it into who you already are right now, because you're going to become more whole in this process. So there are 2 more cards I want to pull, and the first is the Animal Spirit deck. All right, so you got Octopus, which also makes perfect sense and will provide some balance to that Gray Wolf Nurture Connections. I am going to read from the book. Okay, so Octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. And so this is absolutely speaking to your empathic nature, because you so want to be there for other people, but it's just a reminder from Spirit to be careful of how much you're giving away to others, how much you're taking on from others, to nurture the healthy connections, but to set those boundaries with those who would maybe take more from you, who would drain you of your energy and distract you and kind of keep you from putting that nurturing energy toward yourself. And actually the 2 crystal cards that came out for you, hematite and black tourmaline, will help you energetically to set those boundaries. But I always will say, take practical measures as well as the kind of spiritual, metaphysical side of things too. Because you, again, and this is talking about like your kind of, your intellect, the way you see things, you have all that ability, you have all of that going on for you. So trust it. Allow that to become a factor in how you navigate your life. Start to trust that part of yourself and allow it space. So now I'm going to pull from the Wisdom of Trees Oracle. Hornbeam. And I will read from the deck here, or read from the book. Hornbeam, strength. Hornbeam gave a message. I am one of the forest's strongest trees. I can help you to withstand the pressures and strains of life so that you grow from the experience and become more secure and confident. Absolutely. You're becoming more confident and sure of yourself. This is a good time for you to work on new ideas, especially ones relating to personal projects, and to cultivate your creative talents. These will lead to fresh opportunities, and your renewed enthusiasm will rekindle your passion for life. Yes, you're going to reclaim that fire energy, that fire power, that spark, that inspiration. So, pile 2, I have to say, you have come so far, and you have this new sense of what you're capable of and what you can achieve. And when you are ready, you will step into it. You will step into this new energy. I feel like it's already there. It's just a matter of you being ready for it. And as soon as you believe you're ready and you believe in your abilities, it's already there. It's already manifested. I just want to wish you all the best. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. And if you want to see more readings from me, then consider subscribing. And until next time, pile 2, bye-bye. Hi, pile 3, welcome to your reading. I'll go ahead and start with the messages that I channeled earlier, Spirit was giving me the sense that you may actually be questioning if your manifestation is even coming to you. But what Spirit was saying is, do not give up. Do not give up. It is coming to you. But Spirit was showing me that it is being woven, it is being created. And they showed me a spider web and the weaving of a web, and how your manifestation is like the weaving of a spider's web. It can be very big, right? Spider webs can span from tree to tree, at least where I live. They are intricate, and there's many parts, there's many components, but it all unfolds naturally in time, and it's done through instinctual, intuitive means. So there is this reminder from Spirit, from the universe, to surrender to the process. And it's the reason it's having to be woven like this is because it feels like such a big, powerful manifestation, big energy, like life purpose energy, and you're being prepped by Spirit to be able to contain this energy. Spirit was showing me that you may actually be receiving attunements in your sleep, or you're having dreams that are attunements, they're activations to get you prepared to step into or expand into this kind of higher version of yourself that is connected to life purpose energy. I feel like most of you are consciously aware that this is about life purpose. Some of you may not yet have that understanding, but I feel like that is coming. It's just that web is being woven still, in a sense. And I also saw the ocean, and the message here was try not to get swept up in the waves, in the kind of thoughts around this manifesting for you, because it feels like sometimes it's fearful thoughts. It's the energy of, am I going to get this? Is it coming to me? What happens if it doesn't manifest? Instead, try to focus on the beauty of it unfolding for you. Get centered so that you can float and drift with the waves, and you'll then have a clearer understanding or clear perception of it taking place. I feel like there are clues in your life that it's happening and unfolding for you. It's just not, it's not finalized yet. Spirit also showed me a bee, and there was an emphasis on the stinger. And the message here was how bees will die when they sting. The stinger comes out, and it ends up wounding the bee. And Spirit just wants to gently remind you that you end up hurting yourself, losing your energy when you lash out in anger or fear. So again, they're saying keep centered and ground. so that there's not this kind of tumbling out of control, either anger or fear. I mean, even behind anger, it's fear. But keep grounded and feel your feelings in a healthier way. There was a sense that working with your breath and doing intentional breathing while you are doing a grounding exercise would really benefit you and get you out of that kind of fearful thinking mode. The last message they gave to me was an image of a firework exploding in the sky, and that this is how your manifestation is unfolding, because when fireworks are lit and they're traveling up, up, and up, you don't really see that firework while it's traveling. They're showing me how that kind of goes unnoticed for the most part until finally it explodes, right? And that's when we see what it truly is, right? What the firework truly is. And that's like how you will see your manifestation coming into reality. It'll be like unnoticeable until boom, it's there. So there are subtle signs that it is happening. You may or may not be aware of them at this point, but just trust that it's unfolding for you. So we'll start now with the Oracle card, and we'll look at that, and I'll pull some tarot and some more Oracle cards. Stag, trust and thrive. So yes, stay strong. Don't give in to the fear or the worry or really don't lack the faith that it's happening for you. When you trust, you're able to not just get by, not just survive, but really thrive. And when you're thriving, you're more in tune with the world. And I feel like this is kind of like where Spirit's saying you'll see the signs when you're trusting and in kind of a harmonious relationship with nature. And when I speak of nature, I'm speaking broadly of like the elements that make up our world, the energies of the 3D, the 2D, Mother Gaia. When you are in tune, you'll see how everything's energetically connected. So let's get you some tarot cards related to your manifestation. And I had one fall out, so go ahead and set that one here. All right, so the first thing I'm seeing is that Seven of Wands energy, where you are so strong, you are a leader, you know your stuff, and it is definitely that stag energy. It has a more masculine side to it, and you know how to stand up for yourself. And with the King of Wands next to it, you absolutely are comfortable in your own power as a leader to inspire others. And I feel like this is what you're wanting. You're like wanting this at a higher level. And with the Queen of Chalices here, that's bringing up the ocean energy for me, and the worry that maybe it won't unfold for you, or that it's not unfolding for you. But you need to nurture that part of yourself where there's that doubt, and step back into that King of Wands energy of, I am stronger now than before because I've been through so much and I understand how things happen. Because pile 3, I feel like you do have a lot of experience with different life circumstances that have challenged you, but you've overcome them and you've grown from them. And this is just like one of the biggest kind of manifestations that you are working toward. With the Knight of Swords reversed here, you need to give yourself a break. You've been working so diligently on manifesting this, whether it's a job or it could be a relationship, but it does feel more like a job or some type of position or something related to what you do in the world, your life purpose, how you be your like highest version of yourself in this world. Because you have this leader energy, it feels like that's what you really want, and you want to be out there and sharing your experiences, and it's frustrating when it feels like that you're being kept from that, or it's just not happening for you. But Spirit is saying give yourself a break, because you have some maybe emotional work and some nurturing that's coming up right now that needs some attention, so that at that point when the firework explodes in the sky, you're fully able to receive it and step into it and not have anything hold you back energetically. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from Moonology. Okay, can't make this up. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Breath work. And because some of this emotional stuff is coming up, breath work will help you move through it. It'll help you get back to being centered, to be feeling stable. I feel like you crave stability, and this has made you uncomfortable because it feels a little bit unstable. But I feel like Mother Gaia is coming in here strong. Connect with her, get grounded, connect to your root, move some of this energy with your breath down through your root, down your legs to your feet, and into the soil, into the ground, and get a little more anchored. That will help you feel so much better, pile 3. The next card is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Yeah, so with that Queen of Chalices and the ocean imagery that I was seeing earlier, this is all about some of that fear coming up that needs to be worked through, because for you to be the best leader, and not just leader, I'm really feeling, especially with this 7 of Wands, that like you want to be a high achiever. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you're working for a company or something, you are wanting to really make a name for yourself and be rewarded, financially, in accolades, things like that. So working through your fears now is going to serve you so much, because you're going to be able to reach that highest version of your manifestation. Go ahead and pull from my crystallary deck here by Maya Toll. And get a crystal energy. Really wants to split there. How light? You are the foundation. How light? Yes, you are the foundation. You are that solid, structured, supportive energy. You are wanting that stability for yourself, but also so that you will lead others. And how light can help you if you tap into, if you're open to working with crystals, you can tap into how light energy and kind of get to that foundational level, because a lot of this releasing and facing the fears is about creating that solid foundation for sure. Now I'm going to pull from my herbiary deck. I had a card fall out, and cyclicality, elderberry. I think pile 1 had this card as well. So Spirit is saying that there are cycles and processes that the natural world follows, from the moon and the lunar phases to the earth and the seasons. And it's important to realize that there are cycles, there are ebbs and flows to our lives as well. And you're at a point where it's like right before the firework bursts in the sky, or right before the storm clouds part and the sun comes out. So just kind of surrender, trust where you are, in the cycle, and know that the cycle, each part of the cycle obviously ends, so the next part can begin. So not to worry, this part will pass, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the bestiary deck. This card's sticking. You got Monarch. Digest your past. So I am definitely relating this to the fears and things that are coming up and all the experiences that you've been through that have made you who you are today. You have this opportunity now to reflect on that and extract wisdom from those times, those experiences, as well as you have the time to process anything that hasn't yet been processed. Take the time now, digest it, really sit with it, and then let it go, let it change, right? With the monarch butterfly here, butterflies will completely, before they're butterflies, as a caterpillar, they will completely digest themselves to then be completely transmuted and transformed into a butterfly. And that's what's happening for you, and there's something about kind of surrendering to that energy and being okay where you are. There are 2 more cards I want to pull. The first is the Animal Spirit Oracle deck. So let's see what the Animal Spirit Oracle has for you. Crow. So we're going to look this up in the book. Crow to me always signifies following your intuition and like a deeper wisdom. So let's see. Spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. What's really standing out to me is the messages before about the things that you've been through, the experiences, your past, you digesting it and gaining wisdom from it. That is exactly kind of the crow energy. It's being able to see all those layers. You can see how all the cycles, the seasons work together over time to weave that web, right? And you have the ability to see this. This is just a reminder, right, that in this moment for your manifestation, that's what's happening. and to not be, too frustrated with that process, because you are very spiritually strong, but you're also strong in the 3D world. Like, you balance the two well, and that's what is kind of increasing and amping up in a way, I feel, for what you're wanting to ultimately manifest. So now I'm going to pull from the Wisdom of Trees Oracle to get one last message for you, pile 3. So the card you got is pomegranate. And I can't help but see the resemblance to a firework bursting in the night sky. Pomegranate, the inner journey. The Deva message is, I am the fruit of the underworld, and I will guide you on your inner journey as you enter the rich realms of your unconscious. I can help you to interpret your dreams and to gain a deeper understanding of the world around you. And were you the pile that I said you are receiving attunements in your dreams at night? Yes. Okay, so this is just reinforcing that you're going on these intuitive journeys, spiritual journeys at night, and doing deeper work even when you're sleeping. So use your intuition and instincts to tune in to the major themes of your life. Meditation will help you to still your mind so that inspiration can strike, and creative visualization will help you to plan your life's path. Yes, so you are actually weaving the web of your life purpose, of your manifestation at night with spirit. You are, like it said, in tune to the major themes of your life, just like the cyclicality and the seasonality of things. You're in tune with that at a deeper level. And so spirit is basically saying, like, look, you're doing it now. It is happening. In every way, the universe is conspiring to help you and to bring this manifestation into your life. Such a great reading, and hopefully reassuring to you, pile 3. I hope that you can kind of move out of some frustration if you've been having that, or move out of some fear if that's been coming up as well, because this feels so big and so purposeful that it will happen at the perfect time for you. All right? So if you felt like this reading resonated with you, please give it a like, and if you want to see more from me, then subscribe. And until next time, bye, pile 3.